everyone, I'm Crystal Beaulieu, and this is Crystal Clean Eating, where I'll show you how to prepare, serve, and store fruits and vegetables that will get you on your way to enjoying a plant-based diet. I'll even point out some of the vitamins and nutrients in these powerful foods and explain the benefits to your body. Today's all about cantaloupes, honeydew, and pineapples. Summer might be winding down, but these popular warm weather fruits actually belong to the same family as pumpkins and squashes. And they provide the nutrients our bodies need as we turn the corner into fall, which I'll explain more in a few minutes. So let's get started with the pineapple here. So the nutrients in pineapple, they are high in vitamin C, and they are over 100% of our daily need for that vitamin C. They're full of enzymes that help our digestion. The enzyme is called bromelain, and it just sort of breaks down the proteins that we eat and helps them turn them into the building blocks that our bodies really need for them. So I'll just show you real quick. Don't be afraid to cut into a pineapple using a really strong serrated edge knife. It can be done, and it's not that tough once you start using the correct knife for it. So I just cut off the top. And I always save the top too, just because it looks pretty in the bowl. So we'll hang on to that. You don't want that to go to waste. So I'll show you once I've cut off the top and the bottom, which was fairly easy. You'll notice in the center, if you can see closely, there is a small circle in the center. That's where the seeds are kept, and there are some other sort of like little hairs in there that we want to cut out. So I'll show you first. I'll cut just directly down the center. And then cut that up again. So once we have this sort of wedge-like cylinder, I'm going to just cut straight down, and we want to go a little bit past that circle that I was talking about, because that's where all those little hairs are that kind of grab onto the rest of the fruit, and you don't want to get those stuck in your teeth. So we're going to cut that, make sure that they're all, even if you have to cut twice, just make sure those are all gone. And then we're going to cut that in half again. And we want to try to keep the rind on as long as possible because it sort of makes like a little holder for you as you're cutting. You can keep your fingers far away from it. And then you'll notice a little bit down are like the brown pieces, I don't know what they're called, but you want to make sure you cut inside of those too because you don't want to bite into those. So once you get that cut off, now you're able to cut it into smaller bite-sized pieces. So we want a piece about this size. So we're going to throw those into our bowl. Now I like to keep a large bowl on my counter all day. My kids just love to run by and grab bites of it. It's easy to do it that way. And then also in smaller containers, if you're not going to be serving it right away, you're going to want to keep it in your refrigerator in separate containers. One of the reasons why you want to keep your pineapple especially away from all of your melons is because of that enzyme bromelain, that it breaks it down. While it is good for our digestion, it breaks it down, it also breaks down the other fruits and vegetables that it's with. So you want to keep those separate while you're storing. If you're going to be serving it that day, then that's fine too. So we'll cut those up and throw them in our containers for storage. So I'll move on now to our cantaloupe. So we have two melons today. I'll show you the two different colors. Again, we eat with our eyes, and we really want to see those different colors. I remind my kids all the time, eat the rainbow. So right now, we've already knocked out 3 colors for the day with our yellow and orange and green. So this cantaloupe, I'll show you how we cut that in half. So on either end, you'll see a small circle. You want to cut right down the center of that. I'm using my straight edge knife for that. And that breaks in half just like that. Then we'll just scoop out those seeds. They should come out pretty easily. Kind of looks like the inside of a pumpkin once you get that all cut out. So some of the benefits to melons, and I'll talk about their benefits in general. They are high in vitamin A and in vitamin C. So vitamin A Just like with carrots, they're also orange, vitamin A is good for your eye health. Vitamin C is good to help fight the common cold. Like I said, I'll explain how when we turn the corner into fall, our bodies are going to be needing that extra boost of immune system. So what better way to spend this time preparing our bodies for cold and flu season so that we can have those strong immune systems for when those colds do start. Vitamin C is also good in blood vessels and muscle development. And so I'll move on to the honeydew. Honeydew and both cantaloupe also, they are very high in electrolytes, which is where it's high in potassium. So that is good for the balance between your cells and your body fluids. It's good for after a workout, when your body has been fatigued. It's good to help your muscle contractions with just having those electrolytes in there. And you can, because it is mixed with a good source of fiber, your body hangs on to it a little bit longer. It's able to get all the sugars out of it and all the electrolytes out of there, so your body can really benefit from that. Instead of just drinking a glass of water, you're getting your fluid intake along with the sugars and the fiber. So that's always beneficial to get those in together. Having high hydration in your food is also good so that your heart doesn't have to work as hard to pump. There's lots of fluids in there, and it can keep things rolling that way. It is vital to your nerve health, and like I said earlier, your muscle contraction. Just having more moisture in your body helps your muscles to be working faster that way. I'll talk a little bit more about the sugar. So when we have white cane sugar in our body, it sort of just gives you that surge, that sugar surge, and then you crash shortly after. But with these sugars, these are the sugars that your body can tell your brain that these are the sugars that your body really wants. It's able to break it down more easily into energy instead of just surging your body with sugar. And it's more of a pure form, the way that sugar was intended to be taken in. And again, because it's a slow release of that, of the fiber, with the fiber, then you don't get that spike. So I'll talk a little bit about how I like to store these. So, I have this on the countertop all day. It stays fine all day. Like I said, the kids can run by and grab a bite of it, and we can just have that out there all day, and it looks pretty. I also like to put them in small little containers. As I'm cutting, I'll throw some pieces in there so that they're evenly distributed, and then I pop these into the refrigerator, and then my kids can have that for a healthy snack throughout the day. Kids just like when things are individually packaged. Also, it's nice to throw in their lunch boxes too, so they have that. And you'll notice I did separate these into 3 different bowls. I do like doing that because when you do mix fruits, as they break down and decompose, they will sort of work together to help each other decompose faster. So if you keep them separately, that's nice. So then I'll always be throwing in a paper towel as well, because the paper towel absorbs those enzymes instead of the enzymes sitting on the fruit. It absorbs the moisture. And that way the fruit stays solid and stays fresh. And you can just pop that onto there and throw all of those in your refrigerator. You'll have easy access to fruits and vegetables. You won't be more likely to grab that donut for a snack, but you'll have these ready to go for you. You can just stack them in your fridge. If you have company last minute that drop by, you always have fresh fruit ready to go that you can serve them. It looks pretty, it looks impressive to have a pretty bowl like this. This is just a little bit different. It's a tropical fruit, but we have it at the grocery store, always available throughout the year. And again, like I said, it's all those nutrients that our body needs right now to prepare us for cold and flu season. It's everything that we'll need. It's been designed that way because our bodies need that. So there you have it. a beautiful bowl of fresh fruit to eat first thing in the morning or to snack on throughout the day for refreshment. So any way you slice it or dice it, a plant-based diet is complete with all the nutrients that you need for a healthy life. This is Crystal Clean Eating. I'm your host, Crystal Beaulieu. We'll see you next time where I'll talk about the benefits of apples and I'll show you how to make homemade applesauce. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.